Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad you're here today. Before we jump in, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I know it sounds like a broken record, but it really does help out a ton, and I appreciate every single one of you. Today, I need to get something off my chest about BABYMONSTER's latest performance video for their song, Billionaire. Now don't get me wrong, the song itself is super catchy and well made, but the video, it's causing some serious problems, and honestly, it's got me so upset. So here's what happened. BABYMONSTER dropped this performance video that was supposed to show off their incredible talent, but it ended up highlighting some very problematic choices. In the video, the adult members of the group are dressed in full-length outfits, which is perfectly fine. But then you see the younger members, Chiquita, who's only 15, and Ahyeon, who's 17, dressed in mini skirts and shorts that are way too short. I mean, come on! It's just not right to dress teenagers like that, especially when the rest of the group is given more proper outfits. And it's not just about the outfits. The way the video was shot is honestly disturbing. There are several moments where the camera seems to zoom in on these younger members in a way that feels completely inappropriate. I was watching and couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a zoom-in shot on Chiquita's lower body while she was dancing. Seriously, she's only 15! It makes you wonder why the focus was so heavily placed on her body instead of just on the performance itself. And the worst part? The parts that got the most replays were not the ones showing off the cool choreography or the group's energy. They were the shots where the camera was capturing the moments where the minors were shaking their butts. That's not something you should be highlighting, and it feels like a deliberate choice to draw attention to them in a very uncomfortable way. Now, I'm all for a fun and exciting performance. I love seeing groups work hard to put together amazing shows, and BABYMONSTER definitely has talent. But when you start noticing these kinds of choices, it makes you stop and think, what message are we sending? When you have a group with both adults and minors, there should be a clear line in how you present them. The fact that the adults get outfits with a bit more coverage, while the younger members are left in mini skirts and shorts, is just not okay. It comes off as if the company only cares about the younger ones in a very, very wrong way. Let's talk about another part of this situation. During one of their live concert performances of Billionaire, all of the members wore skirts with short pants underneath. It was a cool and stylish look that worked for everyone, except for Chiquita and Ahyeon. They were the only ones who didn't have that extra bit of coverage, and that really fuels the idea that these choices were made on purpose. It's like the company wanted to give the younger members a more provocative look while keeping the older ones safe and covered. And that's something I just can't get behind. I'm genuinely disgusted by this. It just doesn't sit right with me that in this day and age, companies can still make these kinds of choices without any real consequences. We're supposed to be in a world where every artist is celebrated for their talent and hard work, not for how their body is being exploited to get more views or clicks. When I see the replay counts favoring the parts where the camera lingers on the younger members' bodies, it makes my blood boil. It's like they're not there to sing or dance at all. They're there to be objectified. You might be thinking, but isn't it just artistic choice? And normally, I'd say sure, creative decisions can be different from one project to the next. But when it comes to minors, they are not old enough to make these decisions on their own. These are kids who deserve to enjoy their youth without being sexualized. The camera work in this video isn't even subtle. It's bold and literally in your face. It's hard not to see it as a clear signal that the focus was shifted from the music and performance to something much more exploitative. Honestly, I'm just so fed up with this trend in the K-pop industry. We've seen it happen time and again. Minor idols being pushed into roles that are way too adult for them, being given outfits that are far too revealing, and being filmed in ways that emphasize their physical features rather than their talent. BABYMONSTER has so much potential, and Billionaire is such a strong track, but the performance video overshadows everything with its questionable choices. It makes me wonder if YG Entertainment even cares about the well-being of their younger artists, or if they're just chasing views at any cost. I know we all love our favorite groups, and sometimes it's hard to call out something you enjoy, but we have to be honest. If we don't speak up about these issues, nothing will ever change. It's not just about one performance video. It's about the bigger picture of how young talent is being treated in the industry. We deserve to see these artists being respected, not exploited, and it's up to us, the fans, to demand that change. I really think that companies like YG Entertainment need to take a long, hard look at their practices. There should be clear guidelines that protect minor artists from being put in these kinds of uncomfortable situations. It's not enough to say that it's just for the sake of art when it clearly crosses the line into exploitation. These kids are the future of the industry, and they should be allowed to grow and develop without being forced into an adult world that they're not ready for. It's also important to remember that while we're here to enjoy the music and performances, we also have a responsibility to look out for these young artists. I know it might seem like a small thing to worry about outfits and camera angles, but it really comes down to respect. If a performance video is designed in a way that highlights the wrong aspects of these performers, then we as fans need to call it out. We should be asking questions like, why was this shot used, and was this really necessary? When the answers don't add up, then it's time to stand up and say enough is enough. I'm not trying to ruin anyone's enjoyment of the music here, but I do believe that every artist, regardless of age, deserves to be treated with dignity. BABYMONSTER has given us some amazing songs and performances, and it's heartbreaking to see something that could have been a celebration of their talent turn into something so exploitative. It's like we're stuck in a cycle where every new performance is another chance for these questionable decisions to be made, and it's exhausting. At the end of the day, I hope that by talking about this, more people will start paying attention and questioning these practices. We have the power to support our favorite artists without supporting the decisions that harm them. It's all about finding that balance between enjoying the art and standing up for what's right. Before I wrap this up, I want to say again how thankful I am that you took the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, please do like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out and lets me know that you care about these issues too. I love having these conversations with you, and it means a lot to see so many of you joining in and sharing your thoughts. Alright, so as we close this video, I just want to leave you with a little something. Think about what I've said today and how we can all work together to make sure our favorite artists are treated with the respect they deserve. And hey, before I go, let me think for a second. What emoji should we use today? What should it be? Alright, I'm gonna go with a butterfly emoji. So if you've actually made it to the end of the video, first of all, thank you. Drop a butterfly in the comments so I know you're a real one. Thanks again for hanging out with me today and listening to my little rant. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that we can keep pushing for better practices in the industry. Stay safe, keep loving music, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now!